Good evening, I'm Mark Boyle in the WRAL Live Center. Flooding was a big issue this evening. Some new video from Johnston County to show you now. Take a look at your screen. This is one location where crews had the road blocked off there at Market Street in Smithfield. A driver actually, we're being told, went around firefighters and drove straight into the waters. That car totaled. Firefighters who had the road blocked off ended up having to rescue that woman from the vehicle. We're actually told other cars tried to go around emergency responders who had the road closed. This is just another reminder of what some of the roads were like this afternoon and something to be aware of when these strong storms come through and dump a lot of rain in a quick amount of time. Talking about the power outages right now, I'm going to show you here in Durham. This white box gives us the update right now at 10:07. The number of customers without power is 66,000. All afternoon, that number was right around 67,000. It has not budged. Crews are having a hard time getting things restored out there. In Wake County, the number right around 3,490. That has seen some improvement. And finally, out to Orange County, also some improvement, 8,556 customers in the dark. Durham is going to be a slow go as crews are out there. We're going to get a live update from Duke Power updates coming up here at 10:30. Courtney, you have an update for us?
Durham Public Schools is going to be closed tomorrow due to hazardous road
All of the schools? All right, so Durham Public Schools, all schools? All right, all schools in Durham closed tomorrow. That's quite the significant update. Let me check one thing. Marika, you can come over here. I just want to make sure we read this. We're going to push on this. Yeah, Durham Public Schools, due to hazardous road conditions and widespread power outages, just reading that update there on the email, all schools will be closed. So a heads up on that. If you have some students that are getting ready to go to sleep, to go to school tomorrow, they will not be in session. Very big impact here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mark.
Breaking news, a local deputy shoots and kills a man. What we're learning about the original call for help that brought deputies to the scene.
with what we know at this hour. Mark.
Lena, our crew arriving less than 5 minutes ago. Our first live pictures from the scene here. This is right off of Caps Bridge Road. And in the background in front of that SUV, it looks like that's where crime scene investigators are focusing their attention. We can take this full to show you what it looks like from the scene there. Wayne County investigators say they received a 911 call around 3 o'clock this afternoon from somebody at a residence in that area. There was an armed, suspicious individual. When deputies arrived, they say they found a man there armed with a shotgun. They gave him verbal commands to put the gun down. He didn't. He raised the shotgun, and at that point, deputies shot and killed that man on the scene. What we don't know is the relationship between that home there and the man who was shot and killed by deputies. The SBI is investigating, and this scene is going to be very active for quite some time. So this all happened about 3 hours ago, and clearly from these live pictures here this afternoon, they have their cameras out trying to piece this together. There's a lot to go through as they collect as much evidence from the scene there as we can as well. So as for the names of those involved, we don't have that either. We'll go back to the scene there with Aaron Thomas here shortly, so stand by for updates as this story breaks in Wayne County, not far from Princeton.
With what we're learning about both of these happening near Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Mark?
The first one, Lena, is that motorcycle crash right near Person Street and MLK Jr. Boulevard. We'll show you some video in from the breaking news tracker there. First on scene just about 60 minutes ago. Much of that area is still closed this afternoon. You can see the motorcycle involved. We don't know what caused the crash. We do know some weather moved through. The roads were slick that afternoon, that time frame right there when the crash happened. So that intersection is going to be closed for a while as police try and figure out how that crash happened. We don't know if any other vehicles are involved or not. About a mile and a half away, so not too far down the road, Julian Grace joining us live now off of MLK Jr. Boulevard as well. Julian, you're at a shooting investigation, a very active scene there behind you this afternoon. And Dan, one thing we're noticing here with these storms, they're kind of popping up all over the place. We're seeing them move through just a few minutes ago through the downtown area. Live look outside for you right now. This is I-40 at Page Road. No major issues out there, so this is one location not dealing with those storms. This is a location, we just got an email from a viewer asking about this. There is a crash north of Sanford, so that's in this area. US 1 heading inbound, so heading north, there's a crash right there. So if you're heading out of Sanford, coming back to the Raleigh area, it looks like there is a bit of delay right there. That red is indicating that the backups are a bit residual this afternoon due to that crash investigation underway. We'll keep you updated on that and any other major issues across the viewing area. You're watching WRAL News at 4.
Listening to us on Mix 101.5, you'll need to listen to what Mark Boyle is going to tell us about the traffic in that area, Mark, and where they may be able to get around it to some extent.
Gerald, I was just going to say it's going to be a slow go for our afternoon commuters heading from Raleigh out to Durham, Chapel Hill, and points to the west as westbound I-40 is shut down. The traffic maps right now just updating. This is where that crash is. You see that yellow icon. The purple here indicates the road closure. If you are on I-40 heading west, a couple of options for you, and it's not going to be convenient, but it will get you out of being stuck in a closed interstate. So 885 is one way around. Of course, that will take you through downtown Durham, and then you'd have to come down 15501. Also, Cornwallis Road off of 885. You can slowly snake your way through that, pick up US 15501, come back down, and get back on to I-40 westbound in that direction. There's no real quick workaround here, but those are some of your options this evening as we are still dealing with that crash, and it's going to be a slow cleanup out there. The power outage situation, drawing your attention to the bottom left hand screen here, 67,000 customers without power out of 160,000 customers in Durham alone. Off to Orange County right now, 11,000 customers in the dark, and in Wake County, 11,000 as well. So Durham is the big trouble spot, and we're going to go back to Monica here a little while as she works her way down to that scene. It is one thing that's noticeable there. You probably saw that. She mentioned no emergency responders, no highway patrol, no police. That's a sign that this is going to be a very slow cleanup here this evening. Photos of some of the damage, but first I want to show you, this is the alert that just came across all of our cell phones, the emergency alert from the National Weather Service, that flash flood warning in effect until at least 8:15 this evening. Dangerous and life-threatening situation. So just that's what they're dealing with. And we're seeing now some of the reports of the damage. Large trees snapped down onto homes. This is coming into us from the West Lake subdivision off Leesville Road. That's not too far from Leesville High School. And large trees, not just small ones. These trees are coming down and they're taking power lines with them as well. This is another photograph coming in to us. Matt Tallhelm is on the way to this scene right here. Take a look at this. Let me pull up my phone, see exactly where this is. This is, looks like Matt is, we're getting some reports. This is off of Leesville Road area as well, yeah, that's what we're hearing. So there's a lot of reports of the storm damage with trees down onto buildings, onto homes, and the power outage numbers are up. About 65,000 customers without power this afternoon, and the traffic situation still a mess. A ton of red out there indicating the issues. If you are headed towards Durham in and out using 40 near the mall, westbound lanes of I-40 completely closed this afternoon, and that's because of the traffic situation where there are a multi-vehicle crash reported, several vehicles and a semi-truck. A live report from the scene there here shortly. We'll send things back to you. Ashley and Dan.
You know, Mark, you were talking to Duke Energy earlier. In the meantime, Mark Boyle back in the WRAL Live Center talking to some of our reporters out in the streets, kind of seeing this with their own eyes. Mark.
It's taking our reporters and photographers some time to get to some of these scenes, Dan. We're seeing those traffic buildups continue. Westbound I-40 is closed in this location near the mall in Durham because that multi-car crash has all of the lanes shut down. This is the photograph from the DOT, I-40 at 274. We've been showing you this. It is a really bad situation in terms of the number of vehicles, at least 12. Our Monica Casey is arriving there on scene with her photojournalist. Monica, you said you had to turn around and kind of come back at this. What are you seeing out there right now?
Yeah, Mark, it looks like these backups are going for miles. On westbound 40, we're seeing people who are out of their cars standing in the road that's closed. We're seeing a little bit of debris on the road there as well. This is a really busy area of Durham where this backup is, and this is going to affect a lot of people's commutes here tonight. Okay, and so how far are you from being in a location where you can give us a live picture there? What's your situation there on arrival? We are getting onto the overpass now, just looking for a safe place to pull over and park and give you all a better look at what we're seeing here. Okay. Monica Casey on the scene there for us this afternoon. Certainly appreciate your time. And I just got an update here. I'm going to read this from you for you. This is from the Office of Public Affairs there at Durham Public Schools. Due to safety precautions taken during today's weather event, buses transporting students from Durham Public Schools, high schools including J.D. Clement Early College,
College, Durham School of Technology, and Middle College at DCC. They're delayed an hour. Regular dismissal at 4:15. All students and bus drivers are safe. So that information just coming into the Live Center here this afternoon. And out to Wilson right now. Kat was just talking about that, the whirly zigzag there. Send things back to you. It is very stormy out there across the viewing area this afternoon. Back to you.